Hello everyone, this is SunnyDusty here. Welcome to episode 9 POV edition. So in the POV or point of view edition, we see some other point of views of other cats during this roleplay. So the cats that are going to be included is Crackle before and after the beach battle. And then we have some Windclan POVs. So this is the same exact recordings from episode 9 of Defiant Hearts, so I highly recommend watching episode 9 first before watching this. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So the first POV includes Crackle, the rogue's POV, talking to the rogue cats right before they go into battle and travel to TideClan. As the sun rised over the barn, Crackle shifted up from the floor, his mind set perfectly on his plans. He walks out towards the other rogues. He sat on the sack, like he has many times before, and raised his voice out for all the cats in the barn to hear. Today marks a day many of us never thought would happen. Today, we will be setting off towards a certain enemy. One that has stopped any chance at peace we would try to have. One many of us know, Monarch, and their ShadowClan pest, Hornet Thistle. We have found their location, and seems they have been making themselves a nice home, yet they think they can run from their mistakes. We will plan to attack, while they are still unaware, and, hopefully, with the help of ShadowClan as well. As I have a deal with Venomstar for a while, one that can benefit us in the long run, and only use their cats as our claws. After this battle, however, we won't ever mingle with the likes of them again. We are strong, and yet we know what we need. Revenge for what they have done to us, to our fellow rogues, to our future peace, to everything. Woo! Down with the clans! Blaze yowled in agreement with Crackle. He nodded to Scorch. They will pay for what they did to Marbled Koi. They hurt her. Down with the clans! Scorch chanted. And we will let Red cover their pretty little lands. Down with the clans. Be ready at Sunhigh. I will gather you all to set to ShadowClan, and be ready for a fight in case Venomstar doesn't want to aid our battle. It will be another he would get. Prepare yourselves, and let the show begin. He padded over towards Marbled Koi's area. He sighed, as his eyes grew softer. How are you feeling? Koi looked up to Crackle, her smile improving. I'm feeling better, still hurts a bit, but I'm pretty sure my wounds are all closed. I just don't want to push it, she shrugged. Good, good. You shouldn't. I want to make sure you're fully recovered. Crackle stalked in, hearing Crackle talk to Koi, and went over to investigate. We found them. He looked down at his paws, and Crackle is referring to finding the cats of TideClan. Marbled Koi chuckled lightly. Oh, of course. Oh, hey, Scorch. Yes, Scorch? Says Crackle. Is she all right? Scorch questioned. She's fine. Now, leave us. We are having a private chat. I'll be out in a bit to set off. I can speak for myself, mouse brain, she huffed. But yes, I'm fine, Scorch. All right, says Scorch as he walked away from them. His gaze was cold as the Tom left. We are leaving to fight Monarch and Hornet Thistle. A newer cat that goes by Blaze found them, and I wanted to see you before we set off. You've become more cold since I left guiding the barn, huh? She murmured, concerned for his well-being. You all found them? She hesitated. You're going to kill them, huh? Says Marbled Koi, clearly confused. Of course, he said blatantly. They hurt you. They betrayed us. They have been pestering my plans ever since the beginning. They will pay one way or another. I was in their way of freedom. I just was in a really bad headspace in the time, she shrugged. But if you do kill them, do it quickly. They just want to be free. I'll try, he lied. For once, he wanted their deaths to be as slow as possible, or at least something to remember. We are heading off soon. I just need to let you know. And whatever happens, promise me Monarch's death to me. If I fail, I want to make sure her work burns and crumbles. I don't want her to win. I can't. I know I couldn't bring myself to. If she were the one to be her killer, then I'd murder her in a heartbeat, she admitted. Then promise me to take care of them. He gestured to outside, to the other loners in the barn. They look up to us, you know. And I don't want to let them down. They need someone, and Scorch will lead them all to die. So just promise that, at least. His tone was desperate. They're like my kin. I protect them no matter what, Koi agreed before chuckling. I'd rather chew off my own tail before Scorch became their guider. Yeah, thank you, Marble. I promise, when I come back, all of this will be over. No more war. No more blood to be shed. Wait, before you go. She took a deep breath and gestured for him to come close. He approached her. Koi gave him a lick on the forehead. I love you, Crackle. Don't die out there. His eyes softened as he blushed. I love you too. I won't. When I come back, we can be a big old family. Koi smiled like she hadn't smiled in moons. I'd like that. Rest well, marbled Koi. I'll see you soon. He patted off with a flick of his tail, smiling. They arrive in ShadowClan camp, towards Venom Star, trying to get him to aid them in battle against TideClan. Are we interrupting something? Crackle says to Venom Star as he is on top of Lucille, the ShadowClan cat. I think we came at a bad time, maybe, says a rogue cat. It seemed Lucille was fighting against Venom Star. He glances around the camp. Empty as always. Just the two, with their fights all the time. Enough of it, you two. Are you seriously still at this pale little scrabble? He approached. He wanted both cats, alive, to help them. He'd scowl at Crackle's words as he huffed, standing tall, ignoring the pain in his body. You think that word will keep you warm when you're alone? You think it will carry you through Leaf Bear when your ribs are showing and your allies have forgotten your name? Says Venom Star towards Lucille. You're both great warriors. Bloodthirsty or tricky. You both have been at each other's throats for so long you can't even see. You're both the same cat one way or another. Why not take that rage on the true threat? The one we all want dead. How do you suppose I can get along with him? 2 battles and I've almost pinned him to death, says Lucille. If you die here and you become a mater, but you leave and you become a failure. So crawl back to the edge of your world with your honor and your shattered pride. Leave this camp, leave my clan, and you know every paw step you take is one I allowed. You want to be remembered? Venom Star hisses. You will be, as the fool who couldn't finish the job. Venom Star then finally turns to Loner. Crackle. Our fight will be at pause, but for now, he looked at the rogue. Can we just for once put your claws aside to take down someone who has hurt us all? Our revenge towards Monarch and your brother of yours, says Crackle to the both of them. You can scrabble all you want after. I have no care. I'll gladly accept, says Venom Star, the leader of ShadowClan. Good. And you? Crackle says as he turned to Lucille. Lucille hesitates. I suppose it will do. Glad. Put that hate aside and focus on the true enemy here. Today, we find them and put their little false clan to ashes. Bring your cats. We need all the claws we can get to where we are going. Now! Down with Monarch, says Scorch behind the 3. Down with Monarch, he yelled to the others to join the chanting with Scorch. Me, Splitclaw, Golden Sight, and Nettleleaf is all I have. The rest left or betrayed me or exiled. And this idiot, too. Well, for now, you have me, says Lucille. Then bring them all. Any claws we can get. Down with Monarch, the cats chanted behind them. Down with Monarch! They will pay for that one day. Where they hurt marbled koi. Monarch shall feel how it is to have plans ruined, says Scorch. Tonight, the show will finally begin. They arrive at the beach in TideClan. We must sneak in, says Scorch. Of course, they would choose here, he huffed, as the ocean breeze hit his nose. He spotted the cat. Found them. He pointed them out. Safe way down, everyone. Come on. They come across Viper Fang of TideClan. His fur bristled as he stepped back slowly. Shadow Clan? Meows Viper Fang. His fur spiked up. Finally found you all. Playing clan now, are we? Monarch was horrified at the sight. Golden Sight's pupils shrunk as he saw Hornet Thistle. You really think you can run from your problems, Monarch? Scorch noticed Monarch and stared. It was his chance to kill her. No, they always will find you, he gave a cold smile. What is this? She hisses at Crackle. Revenge, that's what. We skip ahead a little bit. If you want to see the main battle, make sure you check out episode 9, which is in Monarch's POV, of course. Then we skip to Crackle's death. Pepper jumped up and shoved Crackle into the water. I'm Crackle, always have been. He snarled as he raised his paw, then he was instantly hit. He fell into the shallow water. His head hit into the rocks. The water turned red. A brutal snap sound. Then nothing. One good fall and everything came to an end. The water shifted to red as the twisted body could be seen under the waves. Marbled Koi came. She stood, looking around to Crackle's body. She was stumbling as tears were clouding her gaze. No, Crackle, no, you can't be dead. His twisted neck, blood spilling out from his head, with his eyes open and cold and lifeless, his collar laid under him unlaced. We were going to grow old together, Marbled Koi sniffed, nudging his body, and start a family. His fur was wet and cold, just water fading from red could be seen, and the blood pool formed on the sand from his head. One good fall, and he was gone. Crackle, she murmured before letting out a blood-curdling scream of sadness and anger all mixed into one. Not one emotion could describe how she felt. Marbled Koi had broken down in tears, putting her head against Crackle's. The rain fell. His fur was still cold, not an ounce of warmth left on it. Not you, anyone but you, she cried, her body feeling like the world had just came crashing down on her. It truly meant the final battle, even if he didn't know what was to come of him. Koi finally looked up, looking down at his body. Tears still rained from her eyes, but she stood. She put him on her back. Bah! Her voice crackled with sadness. Barn cats! It's time to go home. Yes, I agree with Marbled. It's time to go home, says Scorch. The body of Crackle hung over Marbled pelt, his eyes still with the same dead gaze. Go home, she ordered, walking back to the barn with Crackle's body still on her back. They brought back Crackle to the barn, and Marbled Koi speaks up in front of them. You are all strong and capable cats. I wouldn't lead like a clan leader, more so a cat who would treat you all like kin and protect you all. That's what I would do. I would lead like that. I ask of you, will you follow? Says Marbled Koi. For the sake of these cats, for the sake of peace, for the sake of Crackle. Yes, says Scorch. Yes, I'll follow you, says another. We can also see Thistle and Dusk of TideClan. They are mourning Crackle's death. And TideClan shall pay for what they did, he yelled, his heart racing. They shall, but first we grieve. We don't rush into battle when many of us are wounded and need rest. We will stand a vigil for Crackle, having led us through worse times. He was an amazing cat, and we will miss him. In the morning, me and whoever volunteers will bury him. Koi stepped down and sat in front of Crackle, laying her head on his cold fur. Finally, after a night of grieving, the sun came up. It was finally time for the burial. The body rested on the floor. Some flowers hung around his corpse. Scorch dragged the body out. Marblecloy helped them bury Crackle into the soil. He dug down into the earth with Marbled, placing the body in a hole next to a sack pile to represent him, as he would always speak from on top of the sack inside the barn. She sat silently as they helped cover up their lavender, not to be seen again. She put red flowers on top of the newly dug ground. As tears fell from her eyes, she sat staring at the grave. When he was done, he stalked back in, still grieving the loss. Finally, the crack had been sealed, and a new one soon to come. Monarch had no clue that she would never think that there would be someone as worse as Crackle. But with him gone, malice grew in. This next recording is of a RiverClan apprentice, Orcapaw, basically showing an apprentice ceremony of a Windclan cat named Kestrelpaw and becoming a warrior. So we have some other cats I don't think I've ever showed this series yet, including some more stuff about Duskstar, the leader of Windclan. So, yeah. They all fixed their eyes on Duskstar, waiting for them to speak. So, Kestrelpaw, Duskstar smiled. You've completed your training, and have been long overdue for your warrior ceremony. Are you ready? Yes, Kestrelpaw nodded, excited. Orcapaw gazed up at Kestrelpaw, excited for her. Kestrelpaw, do you promise to uphold the warrior code and to protect and defend the clan, even at the cost of your life? Duskstar stated. Of course, she nodded in respect. Then, by the powers of StarClan, I give you your warrior name, Duskstar breathed in. Kestrelpaw, from this moment on, you will be known as Kestrelflight. StarClan honors you for your strength. Kestrelflight, they chanted. And we welcome you as a full warrior of Windclan. Duskstar smiled proudly at his apprentice, who is now a warrior. Congratulations, cats meowed to her. Kestrelflight, says Orcapaw. Kestrelflight dipped her head as a greeting. He dropped the fish at her paws. I got this for you. Kestrel looked down at the fish and nodded as a thank you, quickly eating half of it. She pushed the rest towards him. Oh, thank you. Yummy, says Orcapaw. Alright everyone, that was it to episode 9, POV edition. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I also hoped that it brought some other POVs into light to basically kind of show you guys why this event happened, or like why these certain groups of cats were thinking this certain way, and just kind of to give like some extra like behind the scenes information, because I know that a lot of cats don't get a lot of screen time. So these POVs kind of show what's happening in the other clans. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.